2, 3, 4.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to another review from Roy's Reviews, and today we have a pod review for you. Yes, today we're looking at this little bad boy, which is the Artery Palse. Not the Pulse, but the Artery Palse, and this is their new version. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop down to the table, unbox it, have a quick look around it, tell you a few dimensions things, and then come back up here again, and I'll tell you my thoughts on the device. See you soon. Okay, and here we are down at the table with the Artery Palse, the new version. So I think it's the version 3. Just a quick look around the box. As you can see, it shows you a picture on the design as well that you get. This is the fingerprint magnet version. On this side, you've got arteryvapor.com, and it's the Palse new version, Royal White. On the back, you've got your contents list, which is the kit, USB Type-C cable, rubber ring, warranty card, the pod, lanyard, and user manual. And down here you've Shenzhen Artery technology with their warnings made in China. On this side you've got their Facebook and Instagram and your security tag on there. Again with the Artery products, take off the sleeve, nice white box, open up the box, and you have got, as they say, your warranty card. You've got your user manual, which tells you all about the device, and you have also got this new version and a letter of apology. So, dear Artery fan, the release of the PAL SE has been strongly liked by many fans. However, we also are quite willing to admit the cartridge received some poor feedback and improving suggestions. It made us realise that we could do better. Therefore, we make an upgraded version after it well sought, and wish you can take this apology for any inconvenience caused by us. Many thanks for your support. And here is the fingerprint magnet itself. So get some of the fingerprints won't come off. As you can see, it is a very shiny surface on there. Set that to the side. You also get this little white box, and in here you get your Artery lanyard. You get, if we can get the stuff out of the box, USB-C cable. You get your rubber ring to go around the mod, so you can put your lanyard on, and you also get a spare pod in there as well, just like that. As you can see, it's a closed coil in there, so you can't replace the coil at all. And while we've got this one out, just show you how to fill it. You open up the two side bits, which also gives you the air space, so when you're filling this side, it tends to fill this side up more, and the air can escape out there, and you just swap over and the air can come out there. So in all, it's not a bad refill thing, but if you've got bigger bottles you're wanting to try and put in, it doesn't work very well with them. The little 10ml bottles, it works fine. So let's go on to the dimensions of the device. It's 105, so it's just over 10 centimeters, 10.5 centimeters tall, by 23 wide, by 13 millimeters thickness. It's made of zinc alloy, 700 mAh battery in there, 20 watts, 2 mil capacity, and the coils you get either a 1 ohm coil or a 1.4 ohm coil, and it's charged at 1 amp. Is definitely suited towards mouth to lung as opposed to direct lung. And looking down in, the pod just clicks in. It's not battery held in, it is just held in by the shape of it and these little lugs on the side there. Your battery contacts down at the bottom, no adjustable airflow whatsoever on it. You've got your charge port there, your battery vents in the bottom, don't vape in a bin, down there, and your airflow comes out the side there. Now it is both direct draw and button operated, so it's actually quite intense, quick whenever you press the button, and you can't turn it off. So join me up top when we go through the Artery Palse. And welcome back up again, folks. Shiny, isn't it? Look, you can see Michelle B likes this. She thinks you can use it as a mirror. But like I say, a big massive thank you to Mark over at Nature Vape. I know these are older devices in the GAD. He was having a bit of a clear out and he sent me across a few items for review. I know this is older, but it means you can also pick it up quite cheaper if I like it. What do I like? What do I think about it? Apart from being the royal white, which is quite girly, I do like it in a way. The fire button is very responsive, very responsive, but you also can just use it as a direct pull. Slightly slower because you're having to pull to activate it, draw to activate it, but one thing I have found whenever I'm using it is that I tend to press the button and then keep drawing even after I stop pulling, and it still goes, which is strange to say the least, but hey, it works like that. It's Type-C charging, which is fantastic, so it's actually very quick to charge. The battery life on it is actually quite good. I have had a full day out of it, but my two cons for it will come into play on that. So con number one, it's a closed system, so you can refill it, but you can't change the coil on it. So once the coil goes, you need to get a complete new pod system. Yes, they give you a spare on there, but it's just bearing in mind it's not just as easy to pop a coil out, and I get it, you do need to have the whole pod system for it. So that's con number one. Con number two is that I have found that I tend to get a lot of juice in my mouth from it. So it's like the coil has been flooded. Now the coil wasn't, even from day one I've been having this problem, and I've tried the second coil on it as well, or the second pod on it, and it does exactly the same. So you'd be sitting vaping, and then all of a sudden the next vape you'll get some juice into your mouth. It's not hot juice, but you get some juice out of the pod into your mouth. That's the two cons on it, and that is literally the only two cons that I can find. So whether I've got a faulty batch of pod systems, or they've maybe updated the pods since then, but it is a nice little device. It's tactile, it's small, it's easy to hold in the hand. Even on that, it's not hiding the airflow on there, as long as you don't, because the airflow is tiny. And even if you do hide it, you still can draw from it, because it comes out the side of the coils as well, out the side of the pod as well. As a little pod system, because of me getting the juice in the mouth, but the flavour is immense. Probably that's why, because you're getting the juice and you're getting the full flavour. I'm going to have to score this wee pod a 7 out of 10 just from the cod for the 6.5 out of 10. It looks great, flavour's great, but just because it leaks, and you also have to change the whole pod instead of just a coil. So folks, if you've liked my review, give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment down below. If you don't like my review and give me a thumbs down, still drop me a comment down below. And if you're subscribed to me, thank you very much. I appreciate every single subscription. And if you're not already subscribed, please hit the wee subscribe button and the bell. And it just remains me to say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you've been watching this review. Take care now. Bye.
1, 2, 3, 4.